Okay, the big cannot drop this much right here, okay? Why don't you just ice this ball screen if you're setting up like this? Get Rudy Gobert up, keep Kawhi Leonard to the sideline. Now I can have backside help right here on Ivica Zubac because the backside defender's right there. But instead, you're not icing. You're just dropping this big into Kawhi Leonard having an open jumper. All right, so a flare screen's coming right here. Rudy Gobert's got to be yelling right now, flare, flare, flare. So this player knows to speed over the top and get to Marcus Morris. Okay? But you can see there's no communication because look at Anthony Edwards. I mean, he hasn't even gone through the screen. The ball's already in midair. So, okay, this is like elementary school. So Nicholas Batum's shooting a three. Taurean Prince is down here. Shots up. Stop. If you are Taurean Prince, turn your body. Use your butt to get Marcus Morris out of the paint. Get low. Use your butt. But look at Taurean Prince. What is this? You aren't boxing out. Okay, you're Taurean Prince here. Paul George isn't going anywhere when he puts the ball between his legs. Yet, look at your feet. You keep backpedaling, and now you've just given up an open three. God, this is pathetic. If you are Anthony Edwards, when this pass gets made here, just come over here. Look what Anthony Edwards does. My God, that gamble. So now this player's in the lane. Wow. If you are Kyle Anderson, you don't get back to the middle of nowhere. You get to a body. Look where Kyle Anderson is standing in transition here. The middle of nowhere. Okay, Bryn Forbes is guarding this ball screen, and he gets over. But you got to have your feet level to each other. Stop. When you have your feet like this, one, you're giving Reggie Jackson the angle this way. But two, is if he crosses you over, you're just going to have to turn your hip the other way. See, look at how when Reggie Jackson crosses over. Look at Bryn Forbes' hip. He's giving him the angle this way now. And this time, Reggie Jackson takes it. Okay, if you are Austin Rivers defending off this ball screen right here, on your recovery, just get back. If you gamble, you have to know for certain you're getting this ball. Because if you don't get it, now you are guaranteed to give up points. Okay, so the Clippers are going to set a stagger screen right here, all right? So, all right, you go over the first one, which you're not supposed to do, but look what needs to happen now. Gobert has to get attached to his man setting the screen and just get his arms out. Kawhi Leonard cannot curl. He's got to be forced to go out so this player can get over the screen. But you don't do that, so Kawhi Leonard curls right into the lane for two. Okay, I mean, if you're this, Anthony Edwards makes an amazing block here, but so you know Kawhi Leonard's going up for a layup. So you need to get in front of Nicholas Batum and box out. You don't box out. So, of course, you give up that. Okay, so you switch this ball screen. Again, if Kawhi Leonard isn't going anywhere with his dribbles, then you can't either. Look at this. Look at Kawhi Leonard put the ball through his legs. Look at you constantly move your feet. So you're constantly moving your feet. Kawhi Leonard hasn't gone anywhere. So now you're out of position, and a step-back three is easy. God, all right, so this player here is doing a phenomenal job one-on-one. Why is Rudy Gobert standing in the paint when you're guarding Nicholas Batum, a very good three-point shooter? Look at this. You are doubling for no reason. So this rebound comes off right here. Stop. Let's go back to these Timberwolves players right here while they're in our picture. Okay, these Timberwolves players need to be sprinting over to Paul George. There is no excuse on planet Earth that Paul George is where he look at Paul George. I mean, are you kidding me? He's here, and you just stopped here for no reason. Okay, I mean, here's why this Timberwolves player goes for this up fake, okay? Look at this. You're guarding with your hands right here. The second that you start guarding with your hands, now you can't slide east-west with Marcus Morris. So he has the angle. Look at this angle he has. So right now, he has the angle to get this jumper off. So this miniature pump fake's going to get you flying in the air. Rudy Gobert is going to do what will just kill you. Reggie Jackson is going to fake like he's going to set a screen and then slip it. Look at Rudy Gobert. Look at how he's feeling out a Reggie Jackson screen that never gets set. So now that draws a second defender. Terrible. This is what kills you right here. Well, again, Reggie Jackson's not going anywhere yet. Look at this Timberwolves player's feet. See how his body momentum's taking him this way? So now Reggie Jackson's going to go over this screen, and you're not going to get under the screen in time. Look at this. Look at the separation. Reggie Jackson's already over the screen. You're still beginning to go under it. So now you're going to be out of position to guard Reggie Jackson, and that's how he crosses you over for an and one. Okay, so the Clippers are embarking on a 4-on-3 right here. So you know your defense is going to be in scramble mode, which it is. When you're in scramble mode, there is no such thing as just standing and staring at the ball. Okay, this player's got to be ready to rotate along the perimeter, because if this ball gets thrown here, you have to come here, and this player's got to X out over here. You see that? But look what happens. Look who ends up. So that player's just standing around in no man's land. So now you're going to ask this player to come to the first kick-out pass. Of course, that has not going to happen. What is this Timberwolves defender doing? You cannot lean towards the screen. Look at this Timberwolves player lean towards the screen. So now you get blown by the other way. That draws a double team, and it leads to an open Batum 3. You have to get over this first ball screen, which there's plenty of space to get over. Okay, instead, you die on the screen. So now, look, the Clippers were going to set a second screen, but there's no point now because there's so much separation because you died on the first screen. So now Zubac's wide open. Got to show your hands when you're guarding Kawhi Leonard in the post. Look how we can't see Austin Rivers' hands right here. Stop. So right now, as opposed to you having your hands wide and banging with Kawhi Leonard with your body so that when he turns this way, you can slide with him, you have no chance. Look at you're giving him this angle, and you have no chance of sliding with him now. Show your hands when you're guarding Kawhi Leonard. Look at Kyle Anderson. He's not showing his hands, and he's going to gamble right there as opposed to sliding with Kawhi Leonard. So now that draws a double team, and it's going to lead to an open Kennard 3. Okay, this is great defense because look at this player's feet. See how they're level to each other? Watch what happens when you open up your hip. See, you just opened up your hip. Now your feet are no longer level to each other. All right? So you've given Kawhi Leonard this angle. You gave him that angle, so he takes it. Okay, if you're going to double Kawhi Leonard, that's cool and all, but you've got to have your rotations down. This player stays home with Kennard. Gobert rotates here, this player here, and the man that doubles comes to this third Clippers option in the corner. But there's nobody to rotate when it's Kennard's man that rotates over. I mean, again, this is a screen that you've got to get over. Look at the space. Get over. How are you just walking into your own screen? So now that sends a second defender to the ball. There's nobody to take the roll, man. Okay, so if the Timberwolves want to run drop coverage, which I can't stand, this big's got to move over here. And you got to be underneath the ball when Paul George comes off this because your only responsibility is to stay underneath the ball. Look at this. Look at this Timberwolves player. He's coming over late. So now you've just given, because your feet are all the way over here, Paul George has this little alley here to get through you, collapse the defense, and another wide open 3. For hedging a ball screen like this, as soon as this ball handler pulls his dribble back, the big for Minnesota needs to leave. Watch this right here, okay? He just pulled his dribble back. So right now this big needs to leave. This player can guard one-on-one. Okay, but look what this big does. Look at how he sticks around too long. So now you've just given up numbers, and it leads to an open Robert Covington 3.